What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft, how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the world markets are down. On Sunday, like around 8 o'clock, you can go on to the Wall Street Journal and the foreign markets are open. And I saw everything was in the red. The Asian markets, the European markets, everything was in the red. And I knew it would be in the red later on in the morning here in the US, and indeed it is. So what Donald Trump has done is literally collapsing the global economy. And just like trillions are being lost here in the US on a daily basis, it's happening also in the foreign markets. They're losing trillions. That's a lot of money on this globe being lost all at the same time. So this is what the tariffs have caused. So Wall Street slumps further as Trump defends his tariffs. So the market is what is called in bear territory. It is a bear market now. And Donald Trump is already on the soapbox saying he's not turning back. He's actually doubling down on what he has done. And of course, so many people are upset with him right now. Around the globe, actually, it has been bad. So Wall Street slumped further on Monday with the S&P 500 nearing a bear market. So Trump's trade war makes investors increasingly pessimistic about the market. So right now, it is a big global sell-off going on as I speak. It's just everything is being sold off right now in fear of things getting worse. And, and I don't blame people for doing whatever they have to do in a situation like this. So when the S&P opened a few hours ago, it was down 3%. So after shares in the Asian and European markets extended their sell-off, the benchmark U.S. index, which is already 17.4% below its February peak, was close to tumbling into the bear market, which is a 20% drop. Right now it's at 17.4. Once it reaches 20%, it is officially a bear market. And look how close this place is to it. Very close. So there's a lot of concern, on the global market. And all of these tariffs, which is just taxes, really, at the end of the day, and how it has disrupted the global supply chain, caused inflation to accelerate around the globe, and set off a severe economic downturn. And right now, there is no sign of any markets, whether here in the U.S. or overseas, are showing signs of turning this whole thing around. None. Okay, nothing is stabilizing right now. Trump has showed no signs of pulling back on his tariff, saying he went out on Truth Social and pretty much dismissed the concerns of everyone on this globe about their economy. He just kind of brushed it off. And, I will do another video on that so you can hear what he said. And I know that's going to anger a lot of people, especially folks that are losing money. So Asia and Europe, the main stock index in Hong Kong, where it's mainland China, where they do their trading, plunged 13% today. In Taiwan, the hub for global technology stocks lost 10% of their value. And the benchmark Pan-European Index fell 600 points or 4%. Shoot, all this money being lost. So oil prices, U.S. oil prices briefly dipped below $60 a barrel on Sunday, their lowest level in almost 4 years, and another sign of concern about a slowing economy. Now, cheaper oil and gas is usually good for consumers. Normally it is. But under the circumstances where so much is being lost in the market, it's kind of a double-edged sword right now for us. I mean, it's good. Everybody wants cheaper oil and gas prices. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But, you got other parts of your economy that's suffering. So even the cryptocurrency is dipping globally. The price of Bitcoin plunged 10%, dropping it below 78,000 on Sunday night. The decline shows that Bitcoin, often pitched as a stable long-term source of value, it is fluctuating all over the place. So China leaders are retaliating against Donald Trump as of Friday. And on Sunday, they said they were prepared for a trade war with the United States and that China could potentially come out stronger as a result. So they spoke on this yesterday. Well, their market was open, but the market was not opened here. And they are doubling down. They said they are not backing off in this trade war. And the last counter tariff from China was 34% on the U.S., which is really high. So the market turmoil is worrisome for a lot of people. Yes, because, companies allow employees to invest in stocks. I remember I had Vanguard back in the day, and I was able to do investments through Vanguard. And a lot of employees have that. So, yeah, so people are sitting there literally watching their money just wither away. And they're also talking about retirement funds where people may be close to retiring and they are watching their funds wither away, and they may need access to these funds in the future, especially if they are planning to retire soon. So they're calling the current market hazardous. Yeah. I'm going to show you what Wall Street Journal looks like this morning if you haven't had a chance to go over there. Okay, so this is currently what the Wall Street Journal looks like, and you can see, the top looks completely red. So it's almost like we could be going through this for the next several days, especially Donald Trump doubling down on what he said, which is not helping at all. The market is really in trouble globally. So some people feel this is how we're going to be led into a recession. So, and then others think it could just slow down the economy for now. But I think a recession is imminent. I just don't see how you can keep going on like this for days and days and things are getting better. But I know even Chase Manhattan, they just recently came out and gave a warning on the inflation and how, this is going to impact them. So it's nothing good. And I mean, so far I have not heard anything good. It doesn't matter what the business or industry is. Most people are looking at this whole thing negatively and feel it was unnecessary to even have a trade war. But here we are, and I was even reading how some people were saying, why can't he just pull back on these tariffs? It's kind of too late in the game to pull back. The damage is already done to the market. So all we can do is, unfortunately, not unless somebody gets a backbone, in Congress or the Senate and go after Donald Trump. If they're not willing to do that, this is what you're looking at. One man brought down the global market single-handedly with tariffs. And he has made the billionaires in this country a lot more poorer than they were a week ago. That I'm not upset about. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.